I know a guy, he knows who he is. You guys know who he is, Tank Ideals. He says he uses Saw Gerrera and Bodhi Rook to kill big, huge teams. Greetings and hello there, everyone, and welcome to Everything I Wish I Knew Before I Started Playing Galaxy of Heroes. And I got a couple things to say, and then we're gonna jump into this. The first thing I'll say is, of course, these aren't things I wish I knew. I started playing like a month into the game, and most of the stuff was not available when you're 1 month into the game. So it's not everything I wish I knew per se, but this is a list compiled from a lot of ideas from folks in my Discord, and I've thrown in some of my own myself. And what I'll do at the end of this video is I'm gonna play a little screen roll of the Discord channel, because I'm gonna delete that channel every once in a while. I ask my folks here on the channel and on my Discord for ideas, and we actually have a permanent idea room. If you got ideas for a video or a series for me, let me know in my Discord. And this time I specifically asked for ideas for this video, everything I need to know before I start playing Galaxy Heroes. So I'll play that after the credits, so you can see the members and then watch that roll up after the credits. Second of all, this is going to be a lot of stuff at a high level, not a few things at a deep level. We're not going on deep dives on a bunch of this stuff. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff at a high level of things you should know before you start playing Galaxy of Heroes. Now, that said, I'm going to put a lot of tabs up there. So yeah, a lot of tabs up there. We'll put a link at the end of the video, and I'll put a lot of links in the description for the video for playlists and videos and other resources that'll help you on the channel. But that's how it's going to work. That's how we're going to do this. And let's get started right now. What is the number one thing you need to know before you start playing Galaxy of Heroes? And it's just this. It's a game. Have fun. And if I can get my computer to stop lagging. There we go. A new computer is on the way, everybody. Just FYI. Hey man, this is a game. I've seen so many people, and this is every game, I guess, but people get so wound up about the game, get so upset about this or that. I gotta pay to win. Well, you don't have to pay to win, first of all. I've demonstrated that multiple times last year. You can be free to play and still have a lot of fun at this game. I don't even know what winning at this game is, actually. At the very highest levels, there's Grand Arena, and they compete against each other with very equal rosters. Most of us are going into most competitions with disparate rosters and competing against each other. Hey, have fun, farm all your favorite Star Wars characters, have a good time, enjoy yourself, and remember all the way through, it's a game. It's a game. If you're not having fun, then change the way you're playing it or move on. Number two, hey, it's all about the grind. The farming never ends. I'm going to jump over to my account for some of these. Let's jump over here right now. The farming never ends. I'm here on this account. I'm spending $100 a week. For a year, I was spending like 50, 60 bucks a month just to refresh my energy. Now I'm really getting in there and wailing on this account to see what I'm going to do. And I've only got one Galactic Legend out of 7. There's 7 Galactic Legends that I've not activated, and here they are. And the farming is never going to end. I would never, even paying $100 a week, I will never be done farming all the stuff in the game. So just keep that in mind as you're going through, as you're playing the game. The farming never ends. Okay, number 2, and that's the fun. That's the fun for me. It's the fun for most people that play this game. By the way, I got the. We'll reduce that red 5 guy. He's not gonna keep popping up every time you're going back and forth here, but that's the fun of the game. The grind is where we really enjoy the game. We enjoy getting all the characters we love, and that's really where the joy comes with the game, and the journey to unlock these characters is really what it's all about. Hey, the SWGH web store. You can get daily free or discounted stuff on the SWGH web store. You're going to Google the SWGH web store. You're going to go to settings in the game. You're going to go to, I think, connect. You're going to connect your account to the web store. I got videos for that. Guys, if you're watching me spend $100 a week in this game, you're watching me spend almost every dollar of that in the web store, because you get more crystals, you get more bang for your buck, you get 5% extra crystals automatically. Then a lot of the chests or packs you buy are discounted. So use the web store. Use the SWGH web store to purchase things. Use it to get a free chest or 2 every day. Use it to get a free calendar or 2 every month. And occasionally there's big fat deals in there for new players. So pay attention to the SWGH or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes web store. Hey, there were 2 primary things that everyone in my Discord mentioned when I brought up to them, what are the things you would tell new players, or what did you need to know before you started the game? Mods are everything. There's nothing more, maybe not nothing. It's hard to say nothing, but there's very little in this game that is more important than mods. If you have, and that's this over here, if you have the wrong mods on a character, if you have them modded improperly, poorly, not modded at all, if you got crap mods, and I harp on this all the time during my roster review streams. You can join one of those, get your roster reviewed. And if you want to sign up for free roster reviews, go to my Discord as well. Go in the December room or go to the next month's room and sign up in there for a free roster review. Get a chance at a free roster review. Mods are everything. Learn how to play mods. Watch my mods playlist. Watch Darth Loquitur has some really good stuff on mods. If you really like details, I'm not super detail guy, but I go high level on a bunch of stuff. But hey, mods are everything in this game. Do not neglect your mods. Farm them from the minute you get them. Mods. That was one of the top 2 things people in Discord told me. You'll see that at the end of this video. Stay tuned after the credits. You can watch all those comments. Hey, and by the way, while we're talking about mods, the recommended mods in the game. So if you go to, if you're looking at this tab right here, the advanced tab up at the top, that's going to give you recommended mods for your character. They suck. They suck. If you auto-assign down here at the bottom, you're going to get yourself a bad... let me click on it. Can I do this without actually... Okay, so it's only going to move 1 mod for me, but for some reason, it's going to move a gray mod in here, a gray speed mod, and so it's going to make bad decisions here. Don't auto-assign mods. You can use a mods tool. It's a pretty cool picture, by the way. You can use a mods tool. You know, they're out there. There are different tools in the game you can use, but I recommend just using all your modding yourself and then work on your mods yourself. I got plenty of content about that. Go take a look at my mods playlist. Do your dailies every day. Now, this seems simple, but it was brought up by a couple people, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. It's important to complete all your daily activities. This is probably for the brand new player. Let's go ahead and close this, like and subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed by now, then Mrs. Nooch is unhappy with you. Make sure to like and subscribe, everybody. All right, so if we look down here, you have daily activities in the game, and right here, complete them all every day, please. Please, you get nice little bonuses. You get some crystals. I think you get like 100 crystals, something like that. Maybe 75. You get Carbantes every day, which become the most important piece of gear down the road for you. Once you get level 85, you get Carbantes every day. You're gonna get a lot of benefits by completing all these activities every day. So keep that in mind and do that and make that happen as well. What's the next thing down here? What's going on with this scene here? I gotta go back every time. Okay. Hey. The number 1 thing to spend your energy on is crystal refreshes. Up here at the top, you got your crystals. You can refresh your ship energy and your regular energy and your mod energy 3 times each day for 50 crystals each. That's the primary thing you should use crystal refreshes for. And your cantina energy you can refresh at 100 crystals each. Again, this is high level. I'm not going to go into all the details of that. You can watch almost any farming guide out there. Many of my guides, I talk about energy usage all the time. Use your crystals. If you use them for nothing else, use them to refresh and get refreshes on this energy every day. It'll speed up your farming for sure. Not finally. We're not even close to finally. Invest your resources. If you're going to invest your resources, gear, credits, anything, even training droids, whatever resource, Zetas, Omicrons, if you're going to invest resources in a character, you need, or a bunch of characters, you need a reason to do it. Let me show you my roster right now. I've invested in these guys because they're characters and teams I'm farming. I'm farming the Phoenix. I farm the Geos. I got these guys up here as favorites just so I can farm the gear that comes along with them. If you look down, keep going down here, I farmed Leia Organa as a Galactic Legend, my Commander Luke Skywalker, my CLS team, my Darth Vader team, my Imperial Trooper team, my Bounty Hunters were farmed for Executor. I'm farming the Ewoks for Leia. So if you keep going down my roster, okay, all the stuff in here that I've got in my roster, that's great. But when we look at the bottom of my roster, I haven't touched any of this stuff. So I've got all these characters. Visas Mar has not been activated. Ugnaught has not been activated. Tusken. Now, these would all be only 100 credit activations. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's not going to benefit me either. It's not going to do me any good, and it'll give me a target of something I can just upgrade for no reason. Let's take a look at Imperial Super Commando. Imperial Super Commando has a lot of uses in game thanks to a rework he got about 3 months ago with Gar Saxon, but I don't have him 7 stars. I have not invested any time into farming Imperial Super Commando, and therefore I have him at base level gear level 1, and character level 1. I have not upgraded him at all. Spending resources on Imperial Super Commando is wasting resources that I can spend on a character that is going to benefit me here in my early game status. So don't waste resources. Every time you invest resources, it has to have a reason. Now, one of those reasons could be that you just want to upgrade every character in the game. If that's your goal, more power to you. You're not going to perform well in a lot of game modes, but if you just want to upgrade every character in the game, enjoy, have fun. We see rosters like that all the time when we're taking a look at the game. Next, plan ahead. You got to plan ahead. And if I look at the main place for that, I always start with this bad boy right here. Where is it? It's going to be the TIE Bomber. I talk to people about this all the time. You need to farm the TIE Bomber from the beginning of the game. Ships take twice as long as characters to farm because ships drop at 1 shard they drop at 1 shard per, and characters drop at 2 shards per, and they both need 330 shards to finish. If you don't start farming TIE Bomber at the beginning of the game, you're going to be 6 months down the road. You'll have no TIE Bomber shards. You'll be 6 months away from getting Executor. You need TIE Bomber for Executor. You need it for Sith Eternal Emperor. You just need it for your Empire fleet in general. That's the first example I do. The second example I do is when you're going to get close to getting a Separatist fleet, you've got to farm the Vulture Droid and the Hyena Bomber, which isn't going to be here. You've got to plan your farms out ahead. Some people say years. I'd say like 6 months. Be aware of what you're farming in the next 6 months, because if you've got a ship farm in there, you better start now. It takes 6 months if you do 1 farm per day per ship. It takes 6 months to farm a ship to completion. So plan ahead, and along with that, plan your farm and farm your plan. Now, I'm stealing this from a business model that says plan your work and work your plan. Plan out what you're going to farm. A lot of people keep Excel spreadsheets. I don't do that, but a lot of people do. Plan what you're going to farm out ahead, and then farm your plan. Don't get distracted by shiny objects. This is something we talk about all the time on the channel. Do not get distracted by new shiny things or even old shiny things. Plan what you're going to farm, and then farm that plan, and you'll be better off at the end of the day, at the end of the 6 months, at the end of the year, at the end of the time. You'll be better off by doing that instead of just grabbing stuff willy-nilly. Get into a good guild, boys and girls. I got a few videos on how to find a guild, how to find the right guild. There are guilds out there. You do not have to settle. You do not have to settle for the guild you get at the beginning of the game. You get those first guilds, the Frog Guild, the whatever. I don't know what they're called. Then after that, you can go find your own guild. And let's go take a look at this. So if you go in the guild search tool, it's great. It's not a bad way to find your starter guild. If you look at that's mod challenges, that's not guilds. You can go find a guild through that. But use the tools and resources that I'm giving you in these videos, and I'm going to pop them up there, and they'll be in the description for how to find a guild to find a better guild. And don't be afraid to leave your guild if they're not performing to your expectations. Now, this one is actually 278 million. A fish called Wampa, open to join. That looks pretty solid right there. And right now they're getting 5 stars out of 55 on Rise of the Empire territory battles. That's not so bad. That's not a bad place to be. Other places here, 273 million, getting Dark Side Geonosis territory battles. That's going to get you your Watt shards. If you get in one of these guilds and they kick you out, don't be afraid to go find a better guild. And my second part of this would be, hey, if you're going to be in a guild, be a good guildie. Always, 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 always get your 600 tickets a day. Can I sort this? Don't be like these guys. Now, they're going to get their tickets. They've just been sleeping or whatever, but oh, I got to get tickets over here. So always, always, always get your max tickets every day, 600. You get tickets by farming light side and ship energy battles. Light side and cantina battles get you 600 tickets. You need to spend 600 energy every day with your, not light side, with your regular gold energy and your cantina energy. That'll get you 600 tickets a day. Get it every day, and you won't get, once you join your guild, if they accept you and you get your tickets every day, unless they have a change in what they're doing, you won't get booted from the guild. Okay, or you're farming stupid stuff. That could be a way to get you booted from a guild too. So get into a good guild. Don't just settle. There's lots of resources. There's Discord. There's the server. There's a recruitment place. A lot of places to find good guilds. You can shoot up. You can get a better guild than you think you can get at the beginning of the game. If you look around, guilds want people getting their tickets every day. Let me repeat it. Guilds want people getting tickets every day, and it's a struggle, even at the 200, 300 million mark, to find people that are doing that. Hey, get some really good allies. This goes especially for free-to-play players. If you get a lot of good allies, and you can find them in my Discord server, we have a room for allies, or you can just ask people, hey, can I be your ally? If you get really good allies at the beginning of the game as a free-to-play player, take a look at this. You don't have to field great teams to get through the battles. So you look here, I got a bunch of Galactic Legends here as my allies. Now, I've been in the game a while, and etc. These no guilds need to go because they're not playing anymore. But find yourself some good allies. Go to a Discord server for your favorite content creator. Hopefully it's me. And you can join the Discord, and you can find some really good allies in there. Just find a way. If you have friends playing the game, hook up with them, get some good allies. Those allies will help you get through these battles. I got through a lot of these battles free to play. I want to actually fight a battle. I got through a lot of these battles free to play on Light and Dark Side and Cantina by having allies like this. I could throw in a Jedi Master Kenobi. A Jedi Master Luke is even better because he has an AoE. Characters with AoEs in here, Relic, Dash Runner has an AoE, can really carry you, can carry a bad team all the way through your light side battles, your dark side battles, your Cantina battles. So get some good allies, especially early for free to play players. I gotta take a drink here because my voice is really going. We're trying to cover a lot of high level stuff here. Okay. Hey, the number 2 thing that people told me in Discord of things they wish they'd known before they started playing Galaxy of Heroes is that ships and fleets are very, 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 very important. Do not neglect your ships and fleets once you get them unlocked. Let's pop down here again. Let's take a look at the ships and fleets. The most important thing to know is that, stuffy here too, is that in Fleet Arena, the payouts every day are crystals. And crystals are the most important currency in the game, and it's the hardest currency to get. The top 5 get between 300 to 400 crystals every day. Don't neglect your fleets. Top 50 get at least 50 crystals every day. Not only are fleets important for Fleet Arena, they're important in Grand Arena. Do not neglect your fleets and ships. They're really, really important. They're important at level 78 to be able to get you ship ability materials that you can use. You can get 6 Zetas a week. I'm having problems. I shouldn't have drank that tea. In this challenge right here, open Monday, Thursday, Sunday, you can get 2 Zetas at level 78. You can get 2 Zetas each time. That's 6 Zetas per week by not neglecting your ships. Gotta go watch all my videos for that. A lot of content out there on level 78. Do not neglect ships and fleets. Hey, the Hyperdrive Bundle, it's really good. The Hyperdrive Bundle is a great bundle to purchase, and it'll advance you to level 85 fast. But before you buy the Hyperdrive Bundle, boys and girls, don't just jump into the game and buy the Hyperdrive Bundle. Make sure you play the game for like a week first, at least a week. Get used to the game, get used to the mechanics, understand how it works, understand how team synergies work. Play the game for a little bit, and do not cash in your achievements. I can't emphasize this enough. When you look at the achievements over here, you're gonna get a bunch of these to start the game, and they're gonna be a bunch of Darth Vader shards in those achievements. If you're even thinking about unlocking the Hyperdrive Bundle at some point and you just started today, do not unlock your achievements. Because when you do the Hyperdrive Bundle, it takes every character that you in the bundle to 5 stars, and Darth Vader is one of those characters, and all your other shards just go away. And that includes any shards you got. So do not unlock your achievements. You save them. You unlock the Hyperdrive Bundle. Then you unlock all your Darth Vader achievements. And you'll get a 7-star Darth Vader probably within a few days. So don't unlock achievements. But the Hyperdrive Bundle is still a really good deal. If you're interested in it, just play the game for a little while first. It gets you a lot of extra crystals you wouldn't have had otherwise if you just play the game, and then don't unlock those achievements. Up next, be picky about the packs you buy. If you're going to be a spender in the game, that doesn't mean you go and buy every pack that pops up. If it looks kind of good, you just get it. Oh, I need that. I'm going to grab it. I need that. I'm going to grab it. Be picky about the packs you buy. Watch my videos. Understand what packs are the best. And again, I recommend going to the SWGH web store to buy all these packs. Now, most of them, I should say. Like the calendars on there. These crystal officers are not on there. Crystal officers, Follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Name that movie. Okay, so go to the SWGH web store to purchase these packs. And like, for instance, these special anniversary offers for 5,000 crystals are kind of bunk. Don't buy this. And you're always gonna have packs in the game that don't make any sense to buy. This is not a good pack to buy. I mean, there's 5 Omicrons in it. That's kind of nice. But There's 5 Omicrons in. Maybe this isn't so bad. I have to take a look later. But just the rest of the stuff, this is not good. You get all this stuff. You get all this stuff by picking your nose and pushing a button. It's just, there's no problem with this. But the 30 shards you can find other places too for a lot cheaper. So if you're gonna play the game, be careful about the packs. Hey, you wanna go watch a bunch of old Arnold? Hey, go watch Arnold T101. If you're gonna play the game, Arnold T101, you gotta watch him. A bunch of whaler fail videos. You can understand how valuable these packs are, where the value is. You can watch my spending $100 a week. I talk about it all the time. The packs I'm actually spending on every week. They're the Chirotech packs. They're the, I can't remember what the Monday pack is called, but those are the ones I buy all the time. Be picky about the packs you buy. Don't just go spend on everything because you're spending. Okay, everybody? Second thing about if you're going to spend, set a budget and track your spending. This is something I've learned the hard way. By spending $100 a week, and it's a long time since I've been spending in the game, I started to get out ahead of my skis a little bit. I was starting to spend $150, $175. You won't even know how much money you're spending in the game. It'll just start to add up, and all of a sudden you spent thousands of dollars when you thought you spent hundreds of dollars. And I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. If you're going to spend, set yourself a budget. $50 a month, $20 a month, $10 a week, whatever it's going to be. Set yourself a budget. And stick to that budget by get a spreadsheet out and track how you're spending. You'll thank me later for sure, I promise it. I'm going to borrow one from Gerbil here, my pal Gerbil. We do a collab every other Wednesday. You can call it a podcast. We bring on some special guests. Chase the fun, not the meta. Hey, this is a fun game. You're playing because you're a Star Wars fan, most likely. I've talked to a few people who became Star Wars fans after they started playing, but most of us came into the game as a Star Wars fan. Do the fun things. Chase the characters you want to farm. Don't just chase what the meta is. And by the way, there's not really a solid meta in this game. And if you're going to be getting the meta stuff, which is usually about 7 or 8 teams that are in the meta in the game, you're going to have to spend a bunch of money if you're going to unlock it right away. Generally speaking, if you're new to the game, I would hold off on that stuff, chase the fun stuff, and then down the road you can decide, I do love this stuff, I do want to chase the new teams. Give it some time. Let the game sink in before you go chasing the meta and spending a bunch of money on it. Chase the fun, not the meta. My motto is finish your farms. I see it all the time. I'm going to go to the bottom right here. This is a very important thing for me to talk about. It's very important for you to hear. If you're going to start farming a character, if you're going to start farming a team, the one thing I see very common in this game is people will have the Malevolence unlocked down here with General Grievous, and they'll have their 3 Geo ships are upgraded, and they either don't have the Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber, or they have Vulture Droid at 5 stars because it came with the Hyperdrive Bundle and haven't started Hyena Bomber. Finish your farms. If you're going to unlock Malevolence, it's a great ship. It counters some of the giant ships in the game. It counters whatever. If there's, I don't know, there's 13 ships in the game, it counters 11 of them. Finish your farms. Take your farms all the way. Farm your Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber for this. If you're farming Phoenix, let's take a look at my Phoenix and what I'm doing with them. I unlocked Captain Rex for my Galactic Legend Leia farm. Then I decided to go get a full Phoenix team. I'm working on Sabine Wren. Sabine Wren for me. I want to finish her. I've got Kanan Jarrus finished at Relic 5. I got Hera Syndulla at Relic 5 with her Omicron. I need a Zeta on Kanan Jarrus. Oh no, I have a Zeta. Okay. I have Chopper finished at Relic 5. I'm considering a Zeta on Hera Syndulla because I've already got it on. I'm sorry. I'm considering a Zeta on Sabine Wren because I've already and Hera Syndulla. I got to think about those if I want to do them to make the team maximum. Although those are kind of nice to haves. But here's the deal: if you look at my roster right now, the only thing I'm working on is Sabine Wren. It looks like I'm working on other stuff, but I've got that stuff up there. I am farming character shards. You should always be farming character shards to finish farms. But finish your farm. If you're going to farm Phoenix, take it all the way to at least Relic 3. We'll talk about that in a minute. But don't leave farms unfinished. Don't unlock Jedi Knight Revan. This is the one you guys see me harp on all the time. There's my old Republic. Don't unlock Jedi Knight Revan and then not gear him up, or leave Jolie Bindo or Bast Lashan undergeared. Just don't do that stuff. Finish your farms when you start them. You'll be better off in the long run in the game. Finish FYF. Hashtag FYF. Finish your farms. The next thing I'm going to say is farm your character shards and ship shards efficiently. And what I mean by that is when you look at characters, and I'm going to go to my Rebels here, and you look at the characters required. Actually, let's back up. Let's back out a little bit. Let me go back down here. Farm character shards efficiently. I'm gonna show you one primary thing, and we'll go to the journey guide. I'm gonna take a look at Commander Luke Skywalker here. One of the very earliest journeys. He's important for everyone to unlock early in the game, okay? The characters you need are Farm Boy Luke, Stormtrooper Han, Princess Leia, and Old Ben, okay? Now, where are you going to farm these characters? If I click on the character here, and I go down here to the stars to find the character, oh look, he's available in these Cantina battles. I can farm him in Cantina battles. Don't do it! Don't do this. He doesn't need to be farmed here. You don't need that. You can get all of the shards you want for Old Ben in the guild store. This is raid currency. If whatever guild you're in, you'll be doing a raid. You'll be getting this Mark 1 raid currency. It is very easy to farm a character to 7 stars in the guild store. There are other places to farm characters too, and this is what I'm talking about. If you can farm them in a shop easily, don't spend energy to farm them. Let's go take a look at some of these shops. I'm in the wrong place. We're going to pull up some of these shops right now. And again, this is high level, but you can see here, not featured shipments in the Cantina Battle Shop. You got a bunch of characters in here. These characters should not be farmed with energy. Ahsoka's a very early, I think, light side or dark side energy farm. Don't farm her there. Only farm her here. Boba Fett is the same thing. If they're available in these shops, only farm them in these shops. Guild Activity has a truckload. I got to go lower. There's some characters there, but they're even more available down at the bottom of it. That's where I showed you that before. There's some characters there. Those are journey characters and characters. We talk about it later. Love the shop. Love the shop. Here we go. Look at all these characters down here. These characters should never be farmed with energy in the game. They should only be farmed in the shop. Farm your characters efficiently. Squad Arena characters, Galactic War characters and ships, even Fleet Arena ships and characters, even Guild Event ships and characters. They should only be farmed in these shops. Don't farm Grievous in the Shard Shop. That's your PSA for the day. Don't farm him here. Farm in the Fleet Arena store. And there you go. Farm characters efficiently. Don't use energy when they're in a shop. Finish one team at a time. Hey, this kind of goes along with the finish your farms team, and I'm going to go a little bit more in detail here. You don't want to be going after multiple teams at one time. So again, I go to my Phoenix here. I'm finishing up my Phoenix before I move on to the next thing. So my goals right now are Phoenix and then Star Killer, and I'm working on Inquisitors in the background, okay? So I'm going to finish Sabine Wren to Relic 5 before I do anything else at all. And this roster is full of opportunity. If you look at this roster, I'm farming Inquisitor shards. Hey guys and girls, you can get gear in a lot of places, including from raid currency, including from conquest, a lot of places to get gear in this game. I don't recommend, if you have character shards to farm for the future, this is planning ahead, farm those character shards ahead of time, like I'm farming the Inquisitors right now, like I'm farming Skiffguard Lando for Jabba, Fennec for Jabba, like I'm farming Admiral Raddus for the Profundity. Farm those shards, and I can actually undo Biston here. I don't need him as a favorite anymore. I'm farming Zori Bliss for my Resistance. This roster would be very easy to get distracted with, because down here, I've got all my Resistance. Let's take a look at those guys. I've got all my Resistance, almost, to farm for Galactic Legend Rey. I got BB-8, I got Jedi Training Rey, but I don't have the Raddus at 5 stars yet, and I've got to get that done before I can get that done. I've got 3 more months, or I might be able to speed up a little bit, but I don't have a lot of Zetas right now because I bought the Lightspeed bundles, and they gave me a bunch of stuff, but no Zetas, so I'm not really hurrying after Galactic Legend Rey right now. It'd be nice to have her, but without 6 Zetas and without all the gear for her, it's not going to make much of a difference. Same thing with First Order, and this is what I'm saying. Finish one team at a time. Focus on one team at a time. I could go after this, but I don't have the First Order ships ready yet. I'm working on them. I'm farming the shuttle every day. I'm farming the TIE Echelon every day to get the Finalizer, because I need the Finalizer to unlock Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Again, there's plenty of farming guides out there, but I'm not doing that. And finally, I'll show you my unaligned Force users. That's my next team up here. Now, this team I actually could start working on right now is with Palpatine, Star Killer, Scavenger Rey, Mara Jade, and then another Jedi. We'll look at that. We can look at this some other time. But I'm holding off. I've got Star Killer at Gear 7. I'm waiting until I finish Sabine Wren. And once I finish her to Relic 5, then I'm going straight into Star Killer. I'm going to farm Star Killer, finish up this team, get some Zetas on these characters, don't do the Scavenger Rey Zeta, and get this team up and running and ready to function. So I'll have a Star Killer team after that, and then I'll be working on probably Rey after that. So farm and finish one team at a time, one character at a time before you move on to the next farm. That's how you do it. One team, one fleet at a time. And definitely right in the same vein, along the same line, one character, one team, one mod, one ship, one fleet at a time. Boys, girls, this is a life lesson. I'm going to give you a life lesson right now. We've already looked at all. No, I'm going to leave it right here. If you've got big, giant tasks in front of you, at work, in life, you got to do something gigantic, you have to break that gigantic thing down into small segments. If you have a project that's going to take you a year, you can't do it all right now. You got to think about, what can I do today? What can I do in this minute? What can I do in this moment to make this project occur over a year, over 6 months, over 3 months, over 5 years, whatever. Break it down into daily, hourly, minutely tasks. What can you do right now? One ship, one mod, one character at a time. You saw me talking about Sabine Wren. It's the same thing with mods. When I had a mod video yesterday. In my mods, I talk about it. Pick your best character, work on one of their mods at a time, filter the mods you take off of them. When you improve the mod, take the mods you take off and put them on other characters. You just gotta go one at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. You can't relic 2, 3, 4, 5 characters at a time without spending a bunch of crystals, generally speaking. Maybe even you're hoarding it. Just focus in. One thing at a time, one character at a time, one day at a time, one farm at a time. Get it done. You will get there, but you gotta break it down to small pieces. Hey man, don't apply Zetas willy-nilly. I've seen so many rosters where it's like every character from top to bottom has a Zeta, they got a Zeta, it's gear 4 with a Zeta, it's 3-star with a Zeta. Pick and choose your Zeta spots. On my main account, my Star Wars data account, I've got like 240 Zetas right now because I don't have anywhere to put them, and I'm not just going to start throwing them on characters. This applies for gear, this applies for credits, we said it earlier. Don't just start throwing credits and gear around like you don't need them, because you're gonna need all of that gear and all of those credits and all those Zetas and all those Omicrons. You're going to need them down the line. Don't just throw them on characters because you have them. You don't have to spend all your stuff. It's great to save up a bunch of gear or Zetas or whatever and spend it all later. It'll be really great for your roster. Hey boys and girls, Relic 3 is a minute. People always ask me, what is complete? When is a character complete? At least Relic 3. You know, if you're below Relic 3, you just don't really have anything going on with your character, with your team, with your roster. Hey, mixed it up there, bottom left. Let me put my roster here. So I've got Relic 8, 7. These were requirements. Relic 7, Luke is a requirement for Jabba, and I think Luke has to be that way too. When I go down here, Relic 7, Relic 8, 7, 8, 7, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5. I mean, you've got to get them to at least to Relic 3. Relic 3 is not very expensive at all, and I hate when I see a roster or a person doing, Relic 1. Just take it to Gear 13 and leave it. It's useless. It's not a good character. Each Relic upgrade, each Relic gear upgrade, or Relic level upgrade is like a full gear upgrade on your roster. So going to Relic 3 is the bare minimum for your team. Take it at least to Relic 3. That's the minimum you can do on your roster for your characters. Relic 3 is the minimum. You're in control of your own destiny. Hey guys, don't follow my farming guides exactly. Don't follow AP Games or Arnold's farms exactly. Don't pull up anybody's farming. Sanjita, Calvin, don't go open up farming guides, Darth Locator, and just say, okay, I'm gonna do every exact thing he just said, line by line, blah blah. Unless, I guess if you really enjoy that kind of thing, do it. You play on your farm, you farm your plan. Great. I really recommend. This is kind of in line with chase the fun, not the meta. You got to mix in your own stuff. You got to do your own thing. On this account we're looking at right now, I think that most people might say that they might not have gone for the Phoenix ahead of Galactic Legend Ray, but I just really wanted to get my Phoenix. I probably could get Galactic Legend Ray or Starkiller, in order, but I really wanted to get my Phoenix team up. There's some content I'm gonna want to make with them, and I just think, they are an awesome team. So I just focused on my Phoenix. They don't really lead anywhere for me at this point. Hera will be good for Profundity. I already had to get Rex for Leia. Kanan, Sabine, Chopper, they don't take me anywhere in the game other than having a good Phoenix team. So sometimes you got to do your own thing, but you are in control of your own destiny. Don't let somebody else tell you, don't farm that, that's useless. Don't listen to them. Do what you want to do. Make sure you have a plan. Plan it out, but do what you want to do. It's your game. It's your destiny. Forge your own path. Hey, everything's gonna have a purpose in this game eventually. I know a guy, he knows who he is. You guys know who he is, Tank Ideals. He says he uses Saw Gerrera and Bodhi Rook to kill big, huge teams. I don't know if he's lying or exaggerating. Let's say, I don't know if he's exaggerating, but Guys, at this point in the game, Capital Games has made it clear. Every character in the game is going to be relevant at some point. Even like Mob Enforcer became relevant recently when she became required for the Java farm. She's not relevant in a team anywhere, but all these characters are somewhere along the line going to be relevant for some game mode, on some team, in some fashion. So don't be scared to farm a character. I wouldn't go gearing them up and relicking them, but I wouldn't be concerned about taking a character like Ugnaught or Coruscant Underworld Police. You should take them to 7 stars. Have them sitting there at 7 stars. Young Han Solo. I know that some other content creators love Cup and love Young Han Solo. That's great, but everything's going to be relevant at some point in the game. Capital Games is making sure, and even if it's just a data crown for 1 month, every character will be relevant at some point in this game. Pay attention to team synergies. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but if you're putting Commander Luke Skywalker out there, you want to have Chupio. That's kind of the one that I focus on a lot. We'll mention it again. We talk about it. We look at my Rebels. You gotta read the teams. When you put a team together, know how the teams work. If you look at 3PO and Chewie, the unique here is if the allied leader is a non-galactic legend rebel, so that's Commander Luke Skywalker, generally speaking, 3PO and Chewie gain 40% of the leader's max health, protection, offense, defense, potency, and tenacity, and rebel allies gain half that amount. Pay attention to that. That matters. That means when you mod CLS, Commander Luke Skywalker, for crit damage or speed, you're not passing that along to the rest of the team or 3PO and Chewie. It's just health, protect. And I'm not saying you shouldn't mod Commander Luke Skywalker for crit damage or speed. You just at least should know that when you do that, you're not getting those benefits on the rest of the team. You got to understand the synergies on your team, how the characters work together, and a lot of that comes with just playing with them over and over again. Playing with them, using them. You can read the kits all day. You can read the kits all freaking day. I think all the kits put together would take you a day to read. But play with them together, understand how it works. Pay attention to the synergies and how the teams work together. Use your resources, and I mean your external game resources. YouTube content creators, swgh.gg. You can look at the mods for every character. You can look at the counters for every character on swgh.gg. The SWGH wiki, it's a great resource for events and just all sorts of stuff with the game in general. Let's see, events and challenges. Discord, get on Discord with your guild. Use your Discord with your guild. Use Discord to get yourself some allies. Use Discord, use Reddit. There's all sorts of great resources out there. Use them all. They will benefit you in the game. They'll make you a better player. And ask for help. Along the same lines, don't be scared to ask for help. I don't know everything in this game. I really don't. You guys, if you watch my streams, we play in Grand Arena, there's all sorts of stuff that happens all the time. I'm like, how does that work? I didn't know that was going on. You can even watch Arnold, AP Games. Every single one of us will be playing the game here. We'll be doing Grand Arena on a stream, and something will happen. We'll go, wait, what is that? How did that happen? I don't know how that works. Because there's no way to know the whole game unless you are a walking encyclopedia. Ask for help. In-game, Discord, Reddit, forums, roster reviews. Get a roster review from me. Get one from AP Games. Get one from Glurbit or anybody else who's doing roster reviews. You can get a lot of help. There's a lot of help available. Don't be afraid to ask for it when you need it. And then, we'll look at that computer lag. There we go. New computer coming again. Use your resources. Research the solution. Research the solution. Don't panic. I can't tell you how many times I've been playing Grand Arena. A team pops up on defense. I don't know what to do against it. I don't know how to perform. And this could be for early Galactic War. This can be for any game mode you've got. Go to those resources. swgh.gg, the wiki, Reddit, the Google. You can Google stuff. There are lots. Ask for help. Don't panic. Go find a way to get through that team. Find a way to finish that territory battle mission. Figure out how to do that territory wars. Ask somebody. Go watch Bit Dynasty or Scribe Gaming for how to do galactic challenges. There are resources out there for everything. Don't panic. Go find those resources. I think I already did this one, so we're going to go to the next one. And finally, our last one, we're going to go back to the very first one. And have fun. It's a game. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Enjoy the game. It's a fun ride. It's a long ride. It's a grindy ride. The grind is the game. That's all we got. I just step back. When you start to get upset about something or it starts to feel like work, I encourage you to step back, and maybe leave your guild. Go find a guild that's not making it work for you. And that's not saying that there's not a place for those high-level guilds that are micromanaging everything. Obviously, I did that for a long time, and I really loved it. Some people love that forever and ever and ever. It just wore me out. So I stepped back, and I'm in a guild that doesn't require any farms. We still do a lot of great things, and we have a lot of great guildies in there. Just be willing to step back and find your level of fun and enjoy the game and have fun. Stay tuned after this. After the credits here, my member credits are going to come here in a minute. I'm going to scroll through the entire Discord post where everybody posted all these ideas in there. You can get even more ideas and more feedback from there. I don't know everything about this game. My community knows a lot more than I do. You can see what they're saying. Join my Discord. Come in today. Let's have some fun together. I love all you guys. You're all wonderful people. Thank you for being here. And always remember, Nooch too good.
Thank you.